Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, November 29th, 2029? No, not 29th, 26th. Oh, goodness. Sorry, give everyone panic attacks. 26th, 2018. Hope everyone in the U.S. had a nice, long Thanksgiving weekend. We're all back. And we're very sorry to everyone else in the rest of the world because now it's time to get ready for All Hands next week. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. This will potentially be the final project meeting for 2018. There may be one between now and the end of the year. We shall see. But otherwise, at this time next week, I'll hopefully be starting to see folks in Orlando. All right. So with that, we'll get started. Friends of Mozilla for this week. A big thanks to our wonderful community members who have recently helped review extensions for Untitled.org. BJ Urbison, Erasmin, Sylvan, and Trishel. We love our reviewers who help us get extensions into the site, make sure that they are secure and high quality for our users, and we appreciate their help. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to refresh and scroll. This week we do have an event. It's on Thursday, and that's actually going to be over in Berlin, and it is the Talk Emoji to Me, How Digital Visual Language Impacts Communication, Culture, and Inclusion. That's a panel discussion. Like I said, it's going to be based in the Berlin office, but of course it will be streamed on Air Mozilla and YouTube, and you can actually check it out in person if you are over by the Berlin office. So you can click those links for more information. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Pacific time and 6 p.m. Central European time. So hopefully you can see this live, and if not, hopefully you can catch the recording. This should be a real fun conversation. All right. The following week, though it's not on the agenda, we will be, it's the Mozilla All Hands meeting, and then we're going to be in Orlando, Florida next week. Hopefully get to see and talk and say hi to lots of people. If you can make it, we hope to see you there. All right, we do have a handful of speakers this week. It looks like we got some of our wonderful usuals, and first up is Asa with the Firefox Weekly Update. Let me make sure you are scrolled to the right place.
Thank you, Poch. Hey, everyone. Firefox 63.0.3 is our current in-market stable release. Came out a couple of weeks ago, fixed a handful of bugs. Firefox 64 is in the beta channel, and it moves to stable on December 11th. Beta 13 ships tomorrow, Beta 14 on Thursday, and that's it for this cycle before we go to our release candidate and ultimately our release. So if you've got something that needs to make it into Firefox 64, you need to get that uplift request in quickly. I think the windows are closing. Firefox 65 is in the nightly channel. Next Monday, December 3rd, is merge day and the beginning of our Firefox 66 nightly cycle. Over the last week, we've resolved about 490 bugs, including these notable ones. We now block access to storage from tracking resources by default. We fixed an Android web compat issue that should make a bunch of sites work better by choosing the same initial zoom level as other browsers. The new About Performance or Task Manager now has a memory column. This makes it a complete task manager. If you haven't checked it out and you're on nightly, load up About Performance and you'll see the list of open tabs, other open processes, what their energy impact is and how much memory they're using, and you can close a tab that's using too much memory. Or you can open up About Memory, run a profile on it, and submit a bug report. We fixed a bug where pin tabs showed during full screen video playback. It was kind of an ugly glitch that got taken care of. There's a new pref for whitelisting specific domains to exempt them from our cookie blocking and tracking. So this allows us to put in exceptions to the tracking blocking lists for websites that might break catastrophically that we would like to work around. If you haven't tried strict list, I'd encourage you to give that a try because more things are working than worked last week. The build team has added support for Arch64 to automation so people don't break the build and so that we can get try builds for that architecture. And Firefox for iOS got a new library panel. It's the new home for bookmarks, history, reading lists, and downloads. That's it for this week in Firefox browsers. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Liz. All right. Next, I'm going to refresh the wiki, but next we have Michael Van Cleek in Portland to give us the Weekly Minute. Hello.
Hey, Poch. Hi, Mozilla. It's the weekly updates from, it's the weekly minute. Weekly updates from Mozilla IT on the things that we're doing to support and empower all of Mozilla in our mission to keep the web a global public resource, open and accessible to all. An internet that truly puts people first, where individuals can shape their own experience and are empowered, safe, and independent. And this work is fun, people. Remember, if it's worth doing, if it's not worth doing if you're not having fun doing it. So I look forward to seeing you all in Orlando. Quick little update from IT. Just one thing this week for everybody. We've been talking about password managers the last couple weeks, especially because those of us in the offices are having to deal with multiple passwords coming in, having to deal with Wi-Fi password. We've talked a lot about password managers, and people have been wondering, well, what do we do? How does this work? So Password Manager 101. You've heard you should use a password manager to secure your online accounts, but you don't know where to start? Come to the Password 101 forum on Thursday, November 29th at 12 noon Pacific time for an overview of why and how to use these important security tools. We'll be broadcasting on Airmo live from San Francisco, and the session will include hands-on demos and support by InfoSec and Service Desk. So see you there, securing your journey on the web, and see you all in Orlando. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. And next, we have Lars coming to us remotely with our Emerging Technologies update.
Hi, Poch, thanks. So this month we hosted the Indie Webcamp over at our ever-growing Berlin office. It's the 8th city in this year's series of those events. By bringing together the users, designers, and developers, helping to accelerate the adoption of decentralized web standards. It's really neat to see all of the progress that's happening on this front after many, many years of watching people chat about it. I'm personally excited to see where all of this goes. On the Tech Speakers front, the application for the next round of our beloved Mozilla Tech Speakers program just closed on November 22nd. 200 applicants from 41 different countries. I'm looking forward to seeing who we're going to have on the Tech Speaker docket for next year. And finally, near and dear to my heart, we are closing in on the 1.1 release of Firefox Reality. Not only have we added a bunch of features that users asked for, like bookmarks, but I'd really like to thank everyone who was involved in the localization effort. We're launching in 7 additional languages, hopefully later this week. Please make sure to check it out. And to continue on Poch's note, I hope to see you all at Orlando at the demo session, where we'll have it available for you to try. Thanks.
Super cool. Thank you very much, Lars. All right, let me see if anyone has stuck onto the agenda. It may be a short one while everyone's scurrying around prepping for next week. Well, no one is starting this week. It's probably good, because that'd be a heck of a week for you to start. So with that, and if you are starting today and you're just not on the wiki, welcome, everything is okay. With that, we are all wrapped for this week. Thank you so much for everyone for presenting. Hope you have a great week, and you keep on rocking the free web. See ya.